Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I wanted to sit down and share my 5 tips for reducing mom brain, mom fatigue from making so many decisions in a day. These are 5 tips that I have found to be helpful in my own life, and I think they might help you guys as well. I want to thank Ebbie for sponsoring today's video. I have a beautiful, newly released teal color only bra to show you guys. It's the newest color, and this is the same bra that has sold 3 months of inventory in 5 days, multiple times over. It is that good. So I'm going to share more about Ebbie with you guys here in a second, but I don't think that it's any secret that we as moms make thousands of decisions every day, and decision fatigue is a real thing. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's becoming tired from making so many decisions. And sometimes we spend our decision-making energy on making decisions that maybe don't need to be made. Maybe they could be streamlined. Maybe it could be made on a different day so that we have more mental energy to make those decisions that are really important. If you have ever experienced the feeling of getting to the end of the school day or homeschool day, walking into the kitchen and thinking like, what am I gonna make for dinner? And just standing there like completely just blank and just like no thoughts, no ideas, just a total inability to do that. That is experiencing decision fatigue. If you've got people asking you things all the time and you're making all these decisions throughout the day, and it can really weigh on you mentally, and you can have no leftover energy to really make important decisions because you're spending so much time making all of these insignificant ones. And a lot of times we do this and we don't even realize it. So I wanted to sit down and kind of chat with you guys about this, not because I'm an expert, but because this has been something that I have worked on in my own life. And I do feel like I've gotten better at it, which isn't that what we're all just trying to do, is get better at the things that we're not the greatest at, and enjoy our lives as we do it. So these tips have brought me more peace. I don't feel completely mentally exhausted all of the time anymore. And these are things that I've done for years that I've just really seen a huge benefit from doing. And so I hope that my 5 tips will be helpful to you guys. If you enjoy mom chats and mom heart-to-hearts like this, I quickly want to mention that I do have a membership side to my channel where I share more intimate and faith-filled content. So if that's something that you are desiring to hear from like-minded moms, to hear me talk more about parenting and different things like that, my faith journey, my testimony, all of that lives over there, and the link to join is always down below. But let's jump in and discuss kind of my 5 tips for reducing decision-making fatigue. So like I already told you guys, Ebbie is sponsoring today's video, and I want to thank them for their continued partnership. Ebbie is my absolute favorite place for my intimates. All of their products are seamless and have their patented no-slip grip technology, which means that where your bra lays, it stays. Same thing with the underwear. Their sizing is amazing. They have quite a range, and I just absolutely love working with Ebbie because they are also doing really amazing things through their profit. Is they are donating 10% back to empower women in poverty through microfinance, and you can read more about what that means if you head over to Ebbie's website. But what I love is the comfort. That is number 1 for me. I've shared with you guys many times over that if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it anymore. I've reached that stage of my life. I am done wearing jeans that are too tight. I am done wearing things that I have to play with and adjust all the time. I'm done wearing shapewear. Never really did anyway, but if I did, I would be done with that too. So if it's not comfortable, I am not wearing it. That has been the case, and that's why I love Ebbie so much. I wanted to highlight a couple things with you guys with Ebbie that you might not know, is that they do have discounted sets and bundles available on the website. I'll put a little screen recording right here for you guys, but you can get a stackable discount using my offer on top of those bundles. So they're already discounted, and the prices vary depending on the pattern and the style and all of that. But then you can also get 15% off of that price with my discount code, which is always down below, and I'll put it here on the screen. So that's an even greater savings if you want to try a set or you want to try a bundle. It's the best value for your dollar, I guess you could say, and my discount does work on top of that. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is the beautiful teal only bra that I just received. All of my bras now have been replaced with Ebbie and the only bra. This is the bra that has sold out so many times because it is that good. It is truly the only bra you will ever want or need to wear. It has amazing support and lift with no underwire, and it has all the no slip grip technology and moves everything and lifts everything and shapes everything and gives you that super seamless look, not only across your front but also across your back, which I'm so thankful for. And it's this brand new teal color, which is the newest color of the only bra, and so I wanted to share that with you guys here as well. So if you guys want to check out Ebbie and take advantage of the new teal only bra or the Cabernet set, those are all new releases and a part of the Decadence collection, and so those colors will sell out. They will go quickly, especially the only bra. So make sure you guys check out the links down below and use my code to save 15%. And if you're looking for an even greater savings, then definitely check out the bundles and sets tab on Ebbie's website. And if you want to read more about what they're doing, that is amazing. You can head over to their website and read about that important mission as well. All right, so my first tip for you guys in reducing decision-making fatigue. And before I get into this, if you guys want to read more about this from like a scientific standpoint, there is a ton of information available out there. I didn't really want to go like into that kind of stuff because where one says one thing, another will say another thing. But the point is, moms make a ton of decisions every single day. Homeschooling moms make even more decisions every single day. And the more children, the more decisions, and it can just be exhausting mentally. And then when it comes time for lunch and you're like, I'll just eat goldfish, because you just don't have any more mental power to make right choices. It really does come down to that. So if you want to read more about this, there's a lot of information out there, but these are just my personal 5 tips. And the first one is to do the same routine every day. I can't stress this enough. Streamlining your routine and the rhythm in your life, in your personal day, as much as possible. Of course, kids throw variables in the mix, but doing the same routine every day is so valuable because you're not making decisions on those simple tasks like, well, when am I going to do this? And when am I going to make my bed? And you might not even realize that your brain is thinking about those things. When am I going to take a shower? How am I going to go over here? Like, doing the same thing every day really, really helps your body kind of autopilot and not make unnecessary things into big, huge decisions, which if I was waking up every day not knowing what the day held for me and having to think about every decision I was making along the way, I don't think I would be able to function at the end of the day. So streamlining your daily routine as much as possible is so important for reducing decision-making fatigue and the mental overload that mom life can bring to us. The second tip that I have for you guys is to brain dump often. This is just like literally, I don't know if you guys have the same kind of brains that I do, but I will have so many things swirling in my head. And it's not even like anxiety or anxious thoughts. It's just like so many things I'm thinking about. It'll be like, oh yeah, I wanted to go to and get that. Oh yeah, I need to pay that bill. Oh yeah, dance, she needs those shoes. Oh yeah, swim is changed to this day and this time. Oh yeah, when am I going to get that birthday gift? Like, all those things can just be going in my head, and it can be so much. And that's actually how things get forgotten. So brain dumping, getting everything out onto a notebook or a planner or in the notes section of your phone, whatever you like to do, just get all of that out of your head and onto paper, and it will save you so much mental headspace. You will be it'll just be a huge difference that you notice. I have a little tip for you guys. If you're like me and you have a mind that is always thinking, and you homeschool and your kids are a little bit older and they work independently at points in their homeschooling day, that's sometimes when I start thinking about all these things. And it's because I'm sitting next to my daughter and it's quiet, everyone's working, and she's, they're doing their things, and then that's when all the thoughts will come. So I've started keeping a notebook and a pen right next to where I sit for our homeschooling day. So when that happens and I remember the 3 cards I was supposed to put in the mail for a few days ago, then I'll write that down right away. So I'm not trying to keep that tab open in my mind. I've recognized it, it's down on paper, and now I know I can purge it, and it's like, okay, I don't even have to think about that anymore. So try that if you're someone who kind of gets all their thoughts and ideas while their child is like silently reading or reading aloud to you. I'm being authentic here, that happens to me, and that has been really helpful for me. The third tip that I have for you guys for reducing the mom brain mental fatigue is pre-deciding as many things as possible. So on Sundays, like on a rest day, I will try to decide everything that I need to decide for the week upcoming, from meals that we are having to who is taking who where and when they need to be there, to, what days I'm going to do history, what days I'm going to do science, what tasks need to be done for the week. Like, I decide what workouts I'm doing that week, because I know at the end of a long homeschooling day, if I have to think about, great, what workout do I need to do today? It's just one more hurdle for me to get over to get myself exercising, So pre-deciding things, even down to something as simple as like what I'm gonna wear the next day, is really helpful for me. It helps me preserve that mental energy so that I can make decisions that come up that are much more important and not feel so paralyzed because I've been making 35,000 decisions already that day. Maybe I only make like 25,000 instead. Still a ton, but every little bit helps. So pre-deciding pretty much everything you can for your week beforehand is really helpful, and it gives you a peace as you go into the week, and it lets you feel like you are guiding life. As far as the practical side of things, we know that God is in control of our lives, but you know what I mean? Like, we're managing what is going on versus things are just happening to us. And so it's a proactive approach is what I'm saying, and it is life-changing. The fourth tip that I have for you guys is gonna ruffle all of the indecisive people's feathers. And here's what it is. Once you decide something, stick with your decision. I am an overthinker. I think about things, certain things, not all things, but I think about things like more deeply and stuff. And so sometimes I'll make a decision and then I'll be like, oh, well, should I have done that? And, then I'm like wasting more mental energy on that. And it's like, no, once you've decided something, just stick with your decision. Of course, I'm not saying be militant and never change your mind on anything, but just in general, once you've decided, don't let yourself talk yourself out of it. If you've decided that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this is what you're doing, you're going to do this workout, you're going to have this meal, whatever it is, just stick with those decisions, because you will realize quickly that one decision being changed is going to have a ripple effect. And so while it might not seem like a big deal to swap the chicken for the pasta, it's going to affect the next day when you had chicken and now the chicken's gone and now you forgot to take out the chicken. Like, all of this sounds so trivial, but if you're a mom, you know that this really does have like a snowball effect. So once you've decided something, stick with that decision and don't let yourself overthink and undo all of the work that you did in deciding those things up front. The fifth and final tip that I have for you guys is probably the most important one, and that is to not waste your decision-making energy on decisions that really are not all that important. So, practicality, what does this look like? Well, maybe it's deciding what your kids wear every day. Maybe you don't need to waste your time on that. Let them piece together their outfits. Like, you don't need to be wasting your mental energy on deciding what leggings your daughter is gonna wear. You know what I mean? Like, these insignificant things that really are not all that important, we can spend so much time not even realizing that we're doing it. You know, it's when you go into your closet to get dressed and you stand there and you stare at everything like, what am I gonna wear today? You know, those things, they're not that important, and so we shouldn't waste so much mental energy recognizing that we do have capacity limits on our decision-making capabilities and our mental capacities. We do. There are limitations. And so using that energy that is not necessarily renewable in the same day without getting some sleep and some rest for our minds, and also even after that, is like, we shouldn't waste that on non-significant things, you know? So little things that really aren't that big of a deal, it's like, just, you have to not even attempt to try to make a choice for someone. If my kids are like, Mom, what should I do? I'm like, I don't know. You guys need to figure that out. And I'm not taking on that decision because it's really not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. So those are my 5 tips for reducing mom brain fatigue and mental overload and all of those things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any tips that you do that help you in this area of life, please leave it down in a comment below. I think it would be so helpful to everyone in this community to be able to look at the comments and see other things that have worked well for you guys. If this is something that you struggle with, I would love to know it as well. If you related to anything that I said, I would love to hear from you with a comment down below. Make sure you guys check out the links to Ebbie and take a look at their bundles and sets, because you're gonna get the best price that way, stacked with my discount code on all the amazingness that Ebbie has to offer, and that link will be down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.